Start your week by installing. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also this is the last opportunity to re-sign your players, or they'll become free agents. These players are on the last year of their contract. Cap room is how much money you have to spend. The closer your contract proposal is to You have a player healed from injury and ready to play. All combine stats, such as the 40-yard dash, are now available in scouting. Here are all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to learn more. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if you just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue. Welcome to Draft Week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft when you're ready. Start your week by installing your game plan. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. A moment ago, this Arizona crowd was on its feet. The defensive starters, led by perennial All-Pro Patrick Peterson, were introduced. Now they've got a tough one on their hands as they'll square off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucks, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Williams to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And that's caught left side, Seals Jones with it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll set up the throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire time.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. How about that? Their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chandler Jones in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Johnson. And an alley to run. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, a 23-yard run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And that will be
incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hut.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Arizona, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout.
The players on your quickly upgrade your team at the end. Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Busts through the tackle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's third and short. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. And they've got a decision to make. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And an alley to runs. Now the ball comes loose. And the Seahawks have recovered. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And bulldozing his way through. Open man, it's Vanette. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Throwing again here, Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On second down, here's Wilson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. And some concerns caused him to slip to the 5th round. I guess if you're him, the good news is you kind of flew under the radar. Maybe expectations are low. You can come in and prove something.
And a lot to prove because those off-field concerns that creep in on you, you want to prove that they're all wrong, that they don't matter, that you are a much better player than what people picked you.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. So we've come upon halftime with a visit. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Barkevious Mingo. in there to get him for a loss of 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to occupy anyone in the middle of the field. Whether it's one safety, sometimes you get 2 guys in there, either run routes at them so they have to cover them, or somehow freeze them by running underneath them and hoping to draw them towards the line.
Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. They'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He's to the 10, and he slides to avoid the hit. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Cardinals, they used a favorable early schedule to their...
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.